In the world would have put on a grass skirt and done this, but Kim Watts. So Kim Watts, Kim Lee, or Fred, as we called him. I'll tell you why in a second. We had so many great memories, tons of fun, tons of family and friends, and so much love. There was never any negativity. There was never any. Didn't even exist. When Dragon asked me to start this off today to celebrate his life, I worried that it would be hard to put the words together. And so I went to Facebook and I started looking at all the posts and all the things, all the comments about it and stuff. And, you know, material just presents itself. You don't have to think of the words. They're there already. And then Megan also said, "Are you okay with doing this?" I said, "Dude, I can talk to a telephone pole in 30 minutes and I'm good." So Dragon knows that I can do this. I'll do anything for her. But because they're so well known, Kim and Ryan and Megan and Dragon, so well known and so well loved, I mean, it's all those comments were just right on point. The warm and compassionate comments, all of the outpouring of prayer and positiveness, it's so amazing, and that's what gets you through something like this. Dragon is a sister I never had. She didn't have a sister and I didn't have a sister, so I think God just said, you know what, y'all just need to get together. And it worked out ever since then. After I moved to Gonzales, I always had a room at their house, and I still have one, by the way. Whoever's sleeping in it, it's my room. I stayed there during the week while I was working with LJ and Mark here in Homa, and I would come in on Mondays and leave on Fridays, and you know, not once did Kim ever bitch. I'm using bad words, sorry, we're not church, I'm not using. Not once did Kim ever bitch about having company all the time, and I just don't think he considered me company. And that was just such a blessing to me, because I would really have rather been home, but he made me feel like I was home. When he would leave for work every morning, he'd give Dragon a kiss, and I always got a kiss on the cheek too. Have a good day. He never once complained about me being there. And so many funny memories. Here's one. We were in Thibodeau for one of the early Mardi Gras balls. And this is when he first got the nickname of Fred. He loved, y'all know, he loved Mardi Gras. That was his thing. Besides the Saints. He loves the Saints too. But anyway, they had a deal. Dragon and Kim had this deal. When it was her functions, he was the designated driver, he had to stay sober. When it was his functions, she had to stay sober, she was the designated driver. It was a great relationship. I mean, it was perfect. So we knew what our role was when the time came. So between Kim and Doc and Lonnie, we were so well taken care of. We didn't have to worry about a ride home ever, because we knew that one of those guys was gonna get us home. So that year in Thibodeau, nobody had to drive home. So Kim had a few. And another few, and another few. And we get back to the hotel, and we're all got adjoining rooms, because none of us were worried about hotel sex. We were like, no, everybody stay together, we don't care. So Kim's all dressed up in tux, and Dragon, do you remember, he comes through the adjoining room, and he's got the vest is up to here, and the shirt is untucked, and he's got a beer in his hand, and he starts raising that leg and moving those arms, and I'm like, oh my God, Fred Sanford. He looked just like Fred Sanford. And from then on, I don't even remember what year that was. It was a long time ago. So, you know that Kim's had a few, remember the blinky eye? We knew when Kim had had enough. Those eyes would just start blinking really, really hard. So when I saw the eyes and the dance, that's it. He was Fred. To me, he was always Fred. One other memory, another parade day. Dragon, you remember when I first got my car? Oh. And my car was parked in the driveway.
Bad day.
That was bad. That was fun. It was 2014, because I had just gotten the Explorer. And it was parked in the same lane as Kim, but not directly behind his truck. And Dragon told him, we were sitting there having coffee, she said, when you leave this morning, don't forget, Redmond's car is behind you, so you need to go around it. Oh yeah, I got that. So he kisses us goodbye, don't have a glass today, whatever. So we go in the bathroom, we're trying to figure out when we're gonna start drinking, because it's parade day. And all of a sudden we hear, boom! She goes, he did not just hit your brand new car. I think you might have. He comes back in the house and he goes, oh, I forgot it was there. I just packed up. And she's like, I told you 3 minutes ago. But I forgot. He was, oh my God, he was so upset about it. But who cares? You know, it was minimal damage. The laugh was way bigger than the damage, so it was not a big deal. Kimberly, or Fred, is a kind and generous soul. I mean, who in the world is not gonna smile? A real man, and I mean a real man. Took care of his family, took care of his home. Ask Jesse and Jamie about family. He was there when y'all needed him most, always. And that is a big deal. That is a huge deal. So many people walk away. This man would never walk away. He had a few other things he was insistent on. We call him a little stubborn, but he was insistent on his yard being immaculate. Y'all would know he cut that grass religiously. He maintained his home with pride. If it was broken, he fixed it. If it was missing, he replaced it. It may not look the same. If it was a washing machine, it might not match the new dryer that he just bought, but that's okay. It didn't matter. He would work throughout the year after Mardi Gras, rewrapping thousands and thousands and thousands of those beads that they would catch during the parade because their truck was full when they got home. And he would sit in his workshop and watch TV and wrap those beads. Because Lord knows he couldn't afford to buy no new ones. He had to do the old ones. He had to do that. He loved animals because Dragon did. And May, I think, was his favorite. Yeah. When she crossed that rainbow bridge, I think a piece of his heart went with her. She was his favorite. So I know she was waiting there to greet him when he got there. He didn't like us cooking in the kitchen in the summertime, remember that? Because it would heat up the house too much and the electricity bill would go up. So, but you know what I think that did? I think that benefited all the people who got to taste his grilling skills. Because I remember he put egg rolls on the grill one day. I'm like, egg rolls? Those go in the oven. Not today. They're going on the grill because the oven heats up the house too much. And he would put anything and everything, and he loved to grill for his girls. I know his girls, and you know who you are. On Sunday, what's Kim putting on the pit? What's going on? People in the pool, whatever. And boy, he could boil some seafood. I mean, that was, and you know what he liked most about that, I think? Is pleasing people. He was a pleaser. He was one that, you need me? Or even if you don't need me, I'm here. I'm gonna miss him, everybody's gonna miss him, but we're gonna hold on to these memories, and we're gonna smile every time we think about him. And guess what? He gets to be at every Saints game. He gets to be at every parade with us, forever. Love you, Kim Watts.